awuthembisile wanthembisa wanthembisa Marxism, wanthembisa Leninism, wanthembisa communism, wanthembisa socialism, wanthembisa freedom charter. Akaqashiwa amakhomanisi, akaqashiwa amagerilla, useqeqeshiwe umfana, usedlala isigingci sakhe sihaye inkondlo yenkululeko, isigingci sakhe siyaxaka ngoba sinombhobho oqhuma umlilo, isigingci sakhe senkhumbuza uSolomo. The guitar, 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 guitar, ubrata, 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 tata, tata, adansa amabhujwa, wanengazi uthathasela ukufa, ngobuba dlulo esezophela, awuthembisile, awuthembisile, awuthembisile wanthembisa. Wanthembisa Marxism, wanthembisa Leninism, wanthembisa communism, wanthembisa freedom charter. Yahamba iminyaka safika isikhathi kumfana kontuka kweli ekhaya, utheme efike ekhaya, afika ababulali bemlindile behlome bezigobolo, bambulala ngesihluku, yalela lomtomemezayo, bayibuleli commander, bambuleli chief of staff, bambuleli guerrilla, bambuleli mshokobezi, uye yenu senkhala leso nyembezi senkhala ngotororu utororu ugerila uye yenu zokhonto zongena ngejabo zibheke ekhaya emzansi uye yenu awuthembisile wanthembisa. Wanthembisa Marxism, wanthembisa Leninism, wanthembisa communism, wanthembisa freedom charter.
And there's police everywhere, and they're shooting at people.
I'm Temba Mkhulu, working for National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa, which is known as NUMSA. I'm working as a regional educator of NUMSA. The main task of my job is to train and educate shop stewards, new and old, on various challenges such as legislature and other procedures in the workplaces. And NUMSA is a trade union that was merged around 1987 to become NUMSA, and from then it was MAU and other affiliates which then amalgamated into NUMSA. Before that, they were the NUMSA was one of the organizations that found COSATU around 1985.
Psychological kulaga ngane uyakulaga ngane logical uyakulaga ngane umalemu uyakula logical uyakulaga ngane umalemu uyahlanya logical uyahlanya kancane.
Thank you for inviting COSATU to address you to this launch of the Red October. We are humbled by this invitation. Your main theme for this year's campaign The transformation and the democratization of the financial sector is one of the most important and growing challenges facing both our country and our revolutionary alliance. Size apha ke singuKhosatu uzokesekela umbutho wethu wamakomanisi okhokela bonke abasebenzi namahlwempu kweli lizwe. Sisithi kuwo siza kuba nani kulomkhankaso olwela ukuba abantu bethu abazimpula zikalujaca abangathathi intweni mabakhululwe kwidyokhwe yebhanki ezinkulu zeli lizwe lasekhaya, apho abaninzi bantyumpantyumpeka ematyaleni, abasakwazi ukutya, abasakwazi uzenzela zinto kuba ibhanki zibaboleka imali zingakhange zijonge ukuba bazawukwazi na ukuyibuyisa loo mali. Ngolo ndlela sithi makwenziwe umthetho to stop this reckless lending by the big banks.
The main cause of the workers' strike is more where workers believe that the profit made, the employer is taking the biggest share than what he gives them as employees who practically produced those commodities. Then they get into the process of negotiating the increase of wages and other conditions of employment. Now, because the employers are greedy, in most cases, they are unable to give what the workers believe that it could be reasonable enough under the conditions that they are working to satisfy them. So by the procedure of the Labour Relations Act, then the workers will get into the process up to the dispute level, of which it will take them to the protected strike, striking solely for the purpose of pushing the employer to give at least a reasonable benefit to them, rather than being irrational in terms of taking the maximum profit to be on his side. When we talk about the protected strike, we talk about a strike where all legal procedures are being followed, and workers go on strike with this legitimate strike that is not done outside the procedure. There is something called unprotected strike, where workers just go on strike without following all the legal proper procedure before the strike itself. Now, sometimes while the workers are on the protected strike, because emotions are high on both sides, workers and the employer, they sometimes find one provoking another in a means of either the employer will hire a special security force and apply for the interdict. Then this security force, they will ill-treat these workers who are on strike. Through that ill-treatment, in most cases, such leads into the violence. Alternatively, you will find that when the workers have applied for the protected strike and got into that strike, the employer has got a right of employing scab labor. Now, when the scab labor come into the company in front of the workers who are on the protected strike, that provokes them because of the emotions of the moment, and they might find attacking those scrap laborers who are getting into the factory while they are on protected strike. So such kind of situation in most cases lead into a violent type of
Viva South African Communist Party, viva! Viva COSATU, viva! Viva SANCO, viva! Viva the YCL, viva! Amandla! Sithi sicela ukuthi nazi ukuthi siyawusekela lo mkhankaso we-SACP we-Red October. We support this campaign as part of the alliance. We're also calling upon the members of the African National Congress to join this campaign and make it stronger and make it more effective, because it's a campaign that focuses on the challenges of unemployment, inequality, and poverty. It coincides with our focus on radical economic transformation. What needs to be done in transforming our economy is a campaign that you must take as the main aspect of our campaign, of our struggle for freedom. Because at this point, we have dealt with most of the issues which are political.
The role of the protest songs is more about giving a courage, encouraging solidarity within the workers on strike, and try to make sure that morale is always high, in order for them to demonstrate to the employer that whatever they want, they mean that they want. Well, the purpose of the songs is for them to sing until the issue of dispute or the issue that they have striked for is settled. For instance, if you look at the strike for Marikana, which took about 5 months, throughout 5 months, those workers in the Kopi Hill, they were singing for the whole duration of 5 months. So it likewise as well in the small companies, the songs are sang throughout the process until the strike is settled. There is no stage where it's being said that now you can no longer sing. Even if there is a court interdict or there is they are told not to meet around the gate, they find the place where they can meet and continue with the same kind of singing while they are getting feedback from time to time. It means there is no limit on how long songs are to be sang when the workers are on strike. The issue of which side the government favors when it comes to strike is more based on individual opinion. But according to the popular opinion, the government is on the side of the employers. Because when the strike has been prolonged, the government raised the concern of the effect of the macroeconomic situation in the country by then, the effect of the rent value, etc., etc. Now, at no stage where you could find the government assisting on doing the audit to the company books and say, no, this company is making enough profit, therefore we believe that it is rational for this company to pay what the workers are demanding. Now, in such a situation where the employers come and mediate, but main time raising a concern of the economic situation, according to us as Progressive Trade Union, we regard that as the government is biased towards the business people. But one of the reasons that make us to have a kind of evidence to our belief is, after the Marikana strike that took 5 months, there is a common discussion within the parliament about saying there should be no strike that should take place for more than 20 days. So that itself, according to us, demonstrates or is evident enough to show that the government is on the employer's side. Well, I strongly think that those songs should be preserved, because it's not just simple songs or about singing, but within songs there are education, or there is education that is taking place within the song. And there is also a history component on it, especially when it comes to South African history. We know that in South Africa, labor movement played a major role on fighting against apartheid. So songs of such by then were sang, and they were educating the new generation about how bad is apartheid and how does it operate, as well as the whole political economy in terms of moving from capitalism to socialism, which will benefit the majority of the working class. There were songs that are still going to be created in future that has got a kind of component of education within. Therefore, banning them will be like killing education somehow, of which the next generation could learn from it.